This page is used to add and edit your training programs and members to join SkillsUSA. We've got several programs already here: advertising design, cabinet making, cosmetology. Let's say we need to add a new training program for a new teacher at our school. We can use the Add Training Program button here. It'll ask us to select a training program. Let's say we're going to add a, we don't have culinary arts. Let's add a culinary arts program, and we'll put in the advisor's name. Put in his email. And this is a high school division, and we save it, and now we have a new culinary arts program. The teacher's name is Ralph Cook. We have no members at all. So we need to add some members. How do we do that? We'll click the members link here to see what members are already in there. Of course, there are none yet. There are no members at all. So we'll want to add some members. And we'll put Ralph in as a professional. He's going to want to join. We can put in his birth date. He's a male. Advisors do require an email address. And they also require a full address and a full phone number. And we save that professional. And now we'll put in a few student members. All we have to really type in here is the name. And that's really all we have to do. We can't just click save like that. Whoop, he's still a professional. Sorry, let me change him to a student. He's a high school student. I can just hit save. All you have to do is type in the first and last name is all you really need. But any more information you add here will be carried over to conference if a student registers for a conference. So if we put in more information, like the birth date, like the gender, like the graduation year, all this stuff would carry over into the conference. By default, it shows the school's street address. That street address would not be copied over to a conference registration. So if you want to put in her real address, that may help you out later on. And you just keep going down that path, adding as many members as you need. Once you've added all the members you want to put in, you can go back to the training programs. These buttons up here at the top, these arrows, are actually buttons you can use to go back through the three-step process of editing the training program, clicking members to edit anybody, and then joining. So we look at that culinary arts program, Ralph Cook. Notice we have 6 members in there now. If we want to go back and look at any of them, we can click members and we'll see them. If we notice somebody's name is misspelled, we can change it just by clicking edit. And when we're content that we've got everybody added here, we can click this third step button to join, or if we go back to the training programs, culinary arts, we can use this join now link. Either way does the same exact thing. I'm going to go ahead and click join now here to see what happens when we're ready to join this training program. And we've got the details here that the advisor is joining. We want to verify that advisor's email address. Whoops, I realized it's the wrong address. Let me fix that. I've got all this other information. Okay, I've got 1 professional, $24, 5 students, $65. My total bill is going to be $89. Are 100% of the students joining? Yes, this is all the students I have in culinary arts right now. I'm going to pay with a purchase order. You can choose whatever you need to here. If you choose check or whatnot, you won't have to put that information in. It's just a purchase order and it requires a number here. I do want to accept responsibility to pay the invoice that's generated. Whoop. I'm not going to take the survey right now. There's a survey you can take to answer how easy it was to fill out this website. I don't want to worry with that right now. And I'll click Join Now. When you join, you'll get a pop-up window of your actual invoice. And you can see there's that $89. It's got the teacher's name, all the details. If I scroll down to page 2 of that invoice, it'll say exactly which students and professionals were joined with that particular program. And you'll also receive that email via that invoice via an email, and you can always come back and look at that invoice later. So we're back at this screen now. Notice 5 students, 1 professional are joined now, and nobody is in the not yet joined column. If I want to go back and look at that invoice later, I can click the invoices button here and see there's my invoice that was just generated. I can go back and reprint it. And then the other thing that you want you to notice is once you've joined this program, I can go back to members and see these are all the members who joined, but if I realize something's wrong, I cannot change the name. So I see the member has already joined, so you cannot change the name. You could perhaps change the gender if you needed to, or you could, put in a graduation year, but you're not allowed at this point to change the name of the student or to change the division or type of their high school, secondary, whatnot, because this is all impacted on the invoice. We can't have that stuff being changed after an invoice has already been generated. One other thing you may find useful, let me go back to training programs. There's a couple of buttons down here at the bottom to look at some invoices. If you want to look at a school-wide invoice to show you all the invoice for all the programs all at once, you can see that. There's a school-wide PDF invoice if you want to see that. This one will show you all the people who have not been submitted. And then at the bottom, all the people who have already been submitted. And there's a couple other reports and stuff you can do up here on the top of this membership menu. You can export the data to an Excel file. You can do a search for members, check for duplicates, lots of other functionality there. But that's all it takes. Edit the training programs, enter in your members, and click that Join Now button to send your people on to SkillsUSA to become official members.